Hi guys, this is Ramaya. Today we'll discuss about OLTP system and OLEP system. Okay, these are the very fundamentals that we need to learn before enter into the Informatica Power Center concepts. Okay, so we'll try to understand what is OLTP system and what is OLEP system. OLTP system consists of set of applications and OLTP database, the one which is supporting at backend. The combination of OLTP application and OLTP database is nothing but OLTP system. Especially in OLTP system, we are going to capture the data in particular application on daily basis on daily transactional data. Okay, OLTP system captures only daily business data. Suppose if you take any one corporation in real time, how they are going to capture the data at their end. I have a corporation called RAMS, and this particular corporation having two kind of branches which are located in Hyderabad and Bangalore. In Hyderabad location, I am going to run my business accordingly on daily basis. We are going to capture all transactional information into one particular system. Same way in Bangalore also, we are running our business on daily basis and will capture the all operational activities that are going on daily. These two locations data we are going to load into one particular area is called data warehouse. How we are going to load into one particular area? With the help of ETL processing. ETL means extraction, transformation, and loading. With the help of ETL, we are going to load into one particular location called data warehouse. Okay. If you look into this particular OLTP database, it contains recent data, maybe 6 months or 5 months. All OLTP systems does not have any historical data. It contains only recent data. Because of this reason, if you run any query, select query, it will give you the result. Will give you the result in a seconds. It will not take more than that time, since it contains only recent data. OLTP system having recent data, it doesn't have any historical data. Because of this reason, we are not going to generate any business related reports to take the decision making at a high level. Okay, this is about the OLTP system. Then coming to OLAP system. What is OLAP? Online Analytical Processing System. This is especially designed to analyze the trend of any business to take the decision making accordingly. Where we are lagging, where is our business is lagging, where we are in leading position. Based on that criteria, manager level people will take the decisions to improve their businesses. This is especially designed with the help of relational database only. To design your OLAP system, we are having three kind of databases. Okay, low range database, mid range database, and the high range database. You can see here, I have provided some examples as well. Accordingly, business people will choose the database to capture all historical data into one particular system, and they will analyze the data. They will analyze their businesses on daily basis, where we are standing, how to improve our business. Okay, what are all the things that we are in lagging position, how to make it as, I can say, how to improve our business. Okay, those parameters will help the high level people to improve. If you want to generate any reports, or your business people going to look into your trend of business growth, we need consolidated data or historical data in what one particular place. Even you are having multiple branches, all branches data will collaborate one area and load into one particular area. This is where ETL come into the picture, and it extract all multiple locations data. It integrate all multiple locations data and load into one particular area, where we call it as the relational database. Okay, next we will see what are all the differences between OLTP and OLAP systems. OLTP system, as I mentioned, this is especially designed to capture daily transactional data, whereas OLAP is designed to take the decision making at a high level people. In OLTP, we have volatile data, whereas in OLAP, we have non-volatile data. You cannot erase the data. Okay, and since it has historical data, whereas in OLTP, we have current data, very recent data we are going to maintain. Okay, I can say there is no duplicate data in our OLTP, and in OLAP, we have duplicate. What does it mean? Duplicate in the sense, same record may arrive multiple times in your history, but recent record only in active position. Rest are all come under inactive. Even you are having multiple, even you are having multiple records with the same customer or same employee or same transaction record. In OLAP, we are make sure that recent one will be active, the rest are all will come under inactive. Same record, same kind of data, it will repeat multiple times and load into your historical database. But in OLTP, you may have single record, since you are having only current data. We are using some keys. In OLTP, we are using primary keys as natural keys, whereas in OLAP, artificial keys we are using as a primary keys. Some people call it as synthetic key and surrogate key as well. If you select any query in OLTP, it responds in seconds, since it contains the recent data. Whereas in our OLAP, it has historical data. Your query may take more time comparatively your OLTP system. And one more important thing that we have here, in OLTP, you can perform all DML operations. If you want to insert, update, delete, you can use the DML operations. Whereas in OLAP, we are always go and use select statement only. Okay, especially designed our OLTP for clerical operations, or I can say this is daily business running information that we are going to capture. Whereas in our OLAP, will extract all multiple areas data and load into our OLAP to take decision making for high level people only. In OLTP, we are capturing detailed information. If you are running any sales related business, all sales information will be captured here. If you are running telecom related business, all particular record information like customer, CAF, customer application form, right? We are seeing customer application form in telecom related operations activities. In OLTP and at front-end environment, we are capturing the complete information which is available. But same information may not be loaded into your OLAP. Whatever data I need, those parameters I am going to load into my OLAP database, which is called as a summarized information. This is about OLTP and OLAP. The next one will discuss about types of data acquisitions. What is acquisition? What is acquisition? An acquisition is a process of extracting the data from multiple OLTP systems, transform same data into homogeneous format and load into one particular target database. Here we have two kind of data acquisition methodologies are available. The one is code-based ETL, GUI-based ETL. Code-based ETL may not universal connector for multiple and different data sources. If you see here, this is MS code and this is Oracle code. Two different sources data may not load into one particular relational database. This is not universal connector. That is the reason people call it as this is not universal connector. Okay. This is not help us to load multiple and different source data, or I can say technically non-homogeneous related sources data not able to load into one particular relational data warehouse. This is where come into the picture our GUI based ETL, graphical user interface. Graphical user interface will help you to integrate multiple and different sources data into one particular target database, or I can say data warehouse. Okay. Now we are going to learn about graphical user interface related ETL tool. Okay. We are not learning about code-based ETL data acquisition. If you are well known about any particular programming languages or scripting languages like Teradata utilities, if we are well known about scripting methodologies, how to implement and all, we can go ahead and use the code-based ETL integration method. We are learning here only for GUI-based ETL data acquisition. In Informatica Power Center, okay, in Informatica Power Center, we have multiple server processing available. In Informatica Power Center, we have multiple Power Center clients. At a high level, we have services and clients. Services are integration service and repository service. Related to clients, we have 4 clients. What is the client here? A client is a graphical user interface. I can say this is a front-end environment or design time environment, which allows you to design the ETL mappings or ETL applications. If you won't develop any ETL mapping or ETL applications, we need Power Center clients. Most of the people are related to development, right? If you are related to development environment, Most of the cases we are going to use repository client, Power Center, repository designer, and workflow manager. 80% is we are occupying on designer, since we are going to design ETL applications with the help of designer only. 20% we are going to occupy workflow manager, where we are going to design task developer. With the help of task developer, we are going to design some tasks, and workload designer and the workflow designer. Once you are, by using your designer, you can implement your mapping, or I can say ETL applications. That particular mapping is going to configure one session. Session will configure to your workflow. Okay. See here, this is my structure that I have at a high level. What are all the Power Center clients that we have? Designer, workflow manager, workflow monitor, and repository manager. Okay, workflow monitor, repository manager. In repository manager, what we are going to do, you can create the shared or normal folders. Shared folders or normal folders. And you can delete the folder, you can edit the folder, or you can rename the folders with the help of repository manager. Okay, coming to the designer. Here is the major key role that we are going to use this particular designer. In designer, we are going to design ETL mappings with the help of source metadata, target metadata, with or without the business rules. In workflow, as I mentioned, you can go and create workload sessions and workflows. 4 clients are bi-directional to your Power Center repository. With the help of repository, all objects are go and save your repository database. What are all the objects that we are having here? Source, target, mapping, workflow, session, worklet, maplet, whatever object we are creating as per our requirement, all are going to save your repository only in Informatica Power Center. Okay. Let's discuss about design time environment. What does it mean? Design time environment is nothing but you are going to design any ETL mappings. If you want to design any ETL mappings, we need designer, workflow manager, repository manager. Repository manager, we are having folders. As per our project, we'll choose our relevant folder, and you can take the all objects that are going to help you to design the mapping. In designer, you can design ETL mapping with the help of source, target, with or without business rules. Okay. Why this particular workflow manager come into the picture? This particular workflow manager come into the picture to design session and workflow. These are all 3 clients will involve into your design environment. All objects or help you to create as per the requirement. All objects are going to save your repository database with the help of repository service. Once you are created and everything is looks good, you can go and run your mapping with the help of session on top of your workflow. What it will do, whenever we are going to run data, it means that from source to target, we are loading data. Here we have database sources. All sources are available in my database. From here to here, target database, we are loading data as per our requirement. Whenever we are going to kick your workflow, workflow will find out relevant session, session will find out relevant mapping. Mapping contains source, object, target object in between with or without business rules with the help of any transformation. Whenever we are going to run our workflow, integration service will come into the picture and it will validate all your code and perform the data and load the data into your target table accordingly. That is how it will work. Until unless you are not running any mapping or session workflow, integration service will not involve in your environments. Only runtime environment, your integration service will involve and perform all code that you already provided as per our documentation. Okay, this is how runtime environment looks like. Okay, let me explain you stepwise. We are going to run the workflow that is available in Workflow Manager. Once you send any request, this request will reach to your integration service. I can say this is ETL server. This is the first step. Second step, data transferring manager. Data transferring manager will request the repository service. Through repository service, it will verify whether all objects are available or not based on our code. Once it responds to the repository and it will give information to your data transferring manager. Yes, source is available, target is available, and whatever code you are provided, everything is validated. We are ready to run your data. Is nothing but running is nothing but we are taking data from source and transform as per the requirement, loading into your target database. This is where it will come into the picture. ETL, extract from the multiple sources, transform as per the business, as per your logic, load into your target table. This is how it will help. Next one is log access. Log access is nothing but once your runtime is completed, it means that you run your workflow, automatically your session will identify the relevant mapping. That mapping will help you to load source data in target accordingly your business rules. What it will do here, workflow monitor. Workflow monitor client help you to see all statistical information. How many records we are having at source level and how many records are loaded. Is there any rejections? If rejections happen, what is the reason? It will tell you what is the reason. Based on session log, you can verify thoroughly and identify the reason why your records are rejected. If there is no rejection, then we are good. Okay, if you can identify any rejections in particular session log, you have to identify, take the action accordingly, and you can load data into your target table. This is the log access. Okay, if I summarize environments, the first one is design environment, runtime environment, and we have log access. 4 clients are participated different environments as per their functionalities. All clients will not participated each and every environment. You are going to design any mapping, 3 clients will come into the picture. One is repository manager, designer, workflow manager. And you are going to run any workflow manager will be active and it will help you to run your data. Is nothing but to load the data from source to target table. Okay, these are all the high level environments that we have. Let me discuss about what is ETL application. An ETL application defines extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, this is made up of especially metadata component. If you want to design any, ETL mapping or ETL application, three components are very, very important. First one is source, with or without business rules. The third one is target. Why we need source and target? Source and target metadata is mandatory. Okay, source and target metadata is mandatory to design your mapping. We'll see later how to design mapping. What are all the importance of our source target metadata? Okay. Next one, yeah, this is about ODBC, Object Database Connection. We have one different method that we have in Informatica Power Center. If you want to extract any object or located at particular database level. In Oracle, suppose I am using my Oracle as a database for source and target. I have multiple sources are available at Oracle level. With the help of ODB's connection, I have to import into my Informatica Power Center with the help of source analyzer tool. See here, this is my relational database. Here I have EMP as a object. As I can say, this is my source object. With the help of ODBC connection, I can use the source analyzer tool and send this particular object to repository service. Repository service will help me to save in repository database. This will see later how to import multiple sources which are available at source level and import into our Informatica Power Center. Okay. Next, this is about source only, how to import the source. Next, we'll see what is target, how to import the target tables into our Informatica Power Center. This is also same kind of methodology that are we using. With the help of ODB's connection, I can use data designer to not source analyzer here. I'm going to use the target designer tool to import the target related sources and I will assign to repository service. This will help me to store into my repository database. These are all different process that we have in Informatica Power Center to extract required source and targets into my Informatica Power Center. Okay, these are all the basics things that we have before enter into ETL mappings to design. Okay, thank you.